It seems that the game of football is on many people's minds these days. And I noticed that among the teams that are playing professionally, there are a lot of animals that are chosen to show how strong and powerful these teams are. You have panthers, you have lions, you have bears, and Bengals to show how all powerful these are. Curiously, our animal for the day is a lamb. It would seem very strange to have the Cincinnati Lambs are going to vanquish you. And yet this image comes all through the history of our faith. At the Passover, the Israelites leaving Egypt, they are given a lamb to eat and to sprinkle the blood on the door to save them from the angel of death. At the Last Supper, Jesus and the apostles consume a lamb in commemoration of the Passover. In the book of Revelation, John sees a vision of the Lamb on the throne of heaven. And in every Mass we celebrate, we say, "Behold the Lamb of God, who takes away the sins of the world." And so there must be something rather powerful and rather strong in the symbol of this little lamb that we talk about so much and perhaps never think of in terms of strength on this planet. What is it that happens? Well, Jesus shows us that true power and true strength is found in gentleness and love. He also shows that it is found in self-sacrifice. This is what Jesus does. He touches people's lives with God's love, absolute, unconditional. He enters people's worlds gently, welcoming, reaching out his hands with great affection. And in the end, he sacrifices himself on the cross so that people's sins will be forgiven, so that we will have a new life in him as he rises from the dead. An extraordinary symbol, then, this lamb that we think of today. And John the Baptist in the New Testament is the first one to use that term. And notice how he says it. He doesn't say, "There it is, the Lamb of God." He says, "Behold, the Lamb of God." Beholding is something more than just noticing. To behold something is to be aware that something strong and important and wonderful is in our midst. To behold means to pay attention. To behold means to appreciate what is in front of you. Behold the Lamb of God. And this Lamb of God, whom we celebrate in every liturgy, we say that term several times, if you notice, all through. Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world, have mercy on us. And then right before we receive communion, behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. Reminds us of the power of the symbol of the Lamb, and that Jesus himself is that Lamb. The Lamb who shows us what true strength and true power and true love really are. He shows us what it means to be the people of God. And so, as we go through life, and there are a lot of images of power and strength all through, there are a lot of images that are thrown at us, whether it's the sports world, the corporate world, the financial world, whatever it is. Here we are in our church today with that quiet, wonderful, gentle image of the Lamb of God, the most powerful symbol of all, because Jesus takes away the sins of the world. Jesus sacrifices himself. Jesus shows us God's absolute love, and Jesus embraces us in his gentle arms. What a wonderful gift that is. So today, whatever sports you may be watching, you sports fans out there, let's remember that Lamb who shows us what it really means to be God's powerful strong, and committed people. This is our life. It's what we mean to be Christian.